there, it's Kevin with Gunro Games. I think the future for these videos, I'm going to try to revive the Rogue Market channel. Ha ha ha. I know everyone making fun of me for trying to keep up with 3 channels when I can't even keep up with 1 channel. But this is a very interesting time in the Magic the Gathering world where everything is just crashing. All the prices for standard base sets and even remastered, mastered. I mean, even Lord of the Rings, like everything is falling. The market has spoken and nobody wants to pay what Magic the Gathering has been charging for their products. Main reason, in my opinion, is not the lack of demand. It's really, well, it is. It's everyone has just basically been wallet fatigued to death, where they've released too many sets too quickly, and so products, especially like this one, which is a pre-release case of March of Machines, which I actually think was a very well done set with amazing mechanics in it, and it almost felt like a standard master set is how I'd like to explain March of Machines, because it took like the best mechanics from many different sets, not just even standard, but even pioneer sets, like mechanics that had been recently showcased in the past few years, and made a bunch of different cards to play around with those mechanics. And in my opinion, there are some really cool cards, some really good brew cards in there. There's some good commander cards in there. But of course, serialized cards from the collector's editions, and then the overprinting of said collector's editions, and having this set kind of sandwiched in between a bunch of master sets and Lord of the Rings and everything else that came out during this time period, led to a very dismal turnout for the pre-release. And then also when you had March of Machines Aftermath, right after that had even more product, this was just probably the most gluttonous time in all of Magic the Gathering is when this sucker was released. So there was a distributor that blew these suckers out for $100. So after fees, after all the distributor fees and credit card fees and stuff, I could get these to patrons for $105. Unfortunately, I couldn't get that out there because it was a flash sale. It basically, I logged in at like 3 o'clock and the distributors closed at 5 o'clock, and I saw it and I ordered a fair amount of these suckers, and they've already been purchased by patrons. But $105 for 15 pre-release kits, you can't go wrong at that price. Even if you're looking at the March of Machines and saying, okay, there's like a $17 card, maybe a $15 card, and then if you look at like Ragavon, it's like a $40 card. There isn't a lot to be excited about for March of Machines, but at $1.16 a pack, not including the value of what you consider the dice and the promo. And the cool thing about these March Machines too is you get 2 promos out of the pre-release pack. So you get the Slimefoot, like the partner commanders, as well as a pre-release foil. So these are slightly even better than most pre-releases to begin with as far as value. So I think it's safe to assume that, I think Slimefoot's like $3. There's a couple of them that are like a quarter though of that particular promo slot. But if you take the value of the 2 promos, it's easily down to $1 a pack. Now, how can you go wrong with the $1 pack from Magic the Gathering? But that is a time we are living in. The draft boosters can get down to $1 a pack if you break down these March Machines. And again, I don't think this is a huge warning sign for Magic the Gathering, because March Machines was an excellent set with excellent cards in it. There's not a lot of cards that are super impacting standard. There's a couple battles that I see play from time to time, but it was a fun, mechanically sound set that should have been enough to get people interested in. And I think it's a warning sign to Magic the Gathering is slow down. Slow down. You have a glut of products that people would be enjoying. And then again, the worst thing about this is that it leaves just such a bad taste in everyone's mouth that did pay full price for these products. And then less than a year later, they're being dumped for nothing, next to nothing. Now, spoiler alert, the next set that this is going to happen to, not quite $100 for a pre-release case, but for $160 is going to be Wowzable Drain. And I guarantee you, Ixalan is going to get the exact same treatment, because Ixalan had some very dismal pre-release turnouts across the board. Not just my store, but across the entire states at least. Ixalan was not a very well attended pre-release, and we're starting to see a massive crash in the prices right there. And again, it's a good set. It's got mana crypts and the collector's boosters. That's the main problem, is they pushed everyone over to collector's boosters specifically for this set. So no one wants to open up anything out of Ixalan except for collector's boosters, and so I'm expecting pre-release kits to go next to nothing, which sucks too, because we have a ton of it left over. What happened at our pre-release is our sales weren't necessarily terrible. The thing that was terrible though was people coming in, getting their collector's boosters, getting their commander decks, and getting their kits even, and be like, well, I don't feel like playing this week. I got other stuff going on. I'm busy. I'm not going to play in the pre-release. Give me my stuff, and I'm just going to go home and open it. So it's just like Wizards of the Coast really needs to reevaluate that. My suggestion is to have a 3 release weekend. So A is going to be the pre-release. The first week is going to be pre-release, which is kits only, nothing else. No commander decks, nothing, kits. Then on the second release is WPN only, specifically surrounding the commander. They should have a commander event around it, and the collector's boosters and the set boosters are released at that time, and draft as well. That's their big launch weekend, which they used to have, and they used to have promos for it, and it used to be another big hoorah to get people in. And then the third week should be the big box store and the online seller release. That will give the window for a lot of this product to be eaten up at the local game store level, for people to experience the set through playing, not just through opening stuff. And then when the mass box openers and collectors want to get their stuff, it's just 3 weeks out from there. And it would give, at that point, I wouldn't really mind as much about the, the collapse of prices if for 2 weeks I can actually sell this product for a decent value. But I still think that Wizards of the Coast needs to tighten their belts and release less of this. Otherwise, we're going to see way more of this type of product for pre-release kits that used to age really well, going down to basically nothing. So we're going to go ahead and crack this up, and we're going to play a game of seeing how many packs we're going to open up until we hit a Ragavan. So I'm going to start cracking kits and then see how quick it is, and then we're going to actually calculate how much it costs to actually open up a Ragavan, because there's another thing that I can't stand. There's this whole, listen, the Redditors on Modern and stuff. There's people crying for reprints for Ragavan. Like, oh, Ragavan needs a reprint. Okay, hey, broskies. Ragavan is still available in underpriced Modern Horizons. If people want to open up that product, they can go and buy cheap Modern Horizons and booster packs that are still in print for Modern Horizons. So if you want Ragavan, start cracking that. There's special lines in there. It doesn't need a reprint. It's still in print. Okay? And it's in March of Machines. So please shut up about Ragavan reprints. It's actually not that expensive a card in the scope of things for a card that sees that much play. What do people want? Do they just want free cards at this point? Because here you go, $1 packs of chance of getting a $40 Ragavan. Let's see what we have. So let's start. We'll throw it over here. Sorry for the noise here. And again, these pre-release kits are just insane at that price. I think it comes down to $6.66, a little bit more of after fees for the 6 packs. And yeah, it was like $1.16 when I did the math. And then the promos, like I said, the promos, they've got to have an expected value just from the showcase. I think it's 1 in 4 has a showcase. And then you have also the normals. I think the normal slime that's $3. And so again, it kind of sucks to really piece these out and sell on different platforms, but people have proven you can make money by doing so. I'm gonna have a glut of this stuff. So we'll start with our promo packs, and I can show you kind of the value that you get. You guys like my spiffy new playmat that I had Zach make for this channel. We have the first one being so we got the Invasion of Theros, and I actually like these invasions. Battles are kind of a cool concept, and they said they're going to start making more battles, but we haven't seen any, have we, from these. Have you noticed, too, that pre-release foils are the ones that are aging the best? So out of, extended art, it's because it's the only one you can't get out of collectors. So when all the money's being pushed towards collectors, like the foils and the extended art foils are actually becoming more common than pre-release foils. So people that are looking to collect one of everything, these suckers are actually more rare. So we got the normal foil of Catilda. So you can get these in 4 different versions. You can get the normal foil, the normal foil, the showcase, and the showcase foil. And the showcase foils are the ones that are worth money. I don't know if this code's still good, but have at it. It says it's good until September of 2024. So yes, this code is good for anyone that wants to redeem that. Wizards still doesn't have a way to just actually scan it and put it into Arena because they're the laziest, most inept company ever. And they can't do normal good things that can actually help their game out. Because getting Wizards of the Coast to change and upgrade and get with the times is like chewing nails. All right, so if anyone's keeping track, we'll call this pack number 1. I should actually have a thing down here of the trying to get a Ragavan. So I'm not sure if we care too much about seeing the cards in here because everyone's seen them. But again, the value here, I don't know what the value, I should have pulled it up here. Someone can do the math in the comment section or something of what we get from the pre-release foils of what they are. But yeah, there's got to be oftentimes these go for a quarter, no problem. You can actually find buyers of these for bulk. There used to be bulk sites who would take these for a quarter a piece. They are kind of hard to ship at that price. But all right, so right there's actually a hit. These are almost $2 a piece for Ren's Resolves. So you can actually look for, there's a couple commons and uncommons. And so I wonder what the expected value you get just from Ren's Resolves out of pre-release kits. And I know that's one that we're looking for out of the uncommons. And there's a couple other uncommons that are worth money too. Okay, right there, right off the bat, is another hit from the set for the Fairy Mastermind. We've already paid for the kit, I think, from the Fairy Mastermind and the Ren's Resolve out of the first stinking pack. So pack number 1 does not have a Ragavan, we have a, as far as mini cards, we got the Ren's Resolve, and we have the Furja, and then we got a token and all the other stuff here. I'm going to kind of, so I don't have to sort later, I'm going to kind of put these in piles. And maybe this will be a long video before we hit a Ragavan. So this is pack number 2. Pack number 2, we're looking for, again, Ren's Resolves for the common slots. And then the uncommons, yeah, I can't remember which ones are the ones that are worth money out of there. And we got the Wrinkle and Torbran, which I think is actually a really cool card, too. Again, a first strike haster for 5 mana that has choosing any amount, any number of these when you actually hit, which is creating a treasure token, sacrificing a creature, or if a sorcerer deal damage to player or battle this turn, deals double that damage. So we got a good old Wrinkle there, and we have Saison, Perverter of Truth, that at one point in time did become a decently priced. It was never that expensive, I don't believe. But again, this is a reprint from an older card, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong about this card. And these suckers these go from anywhere from $0.25 to $1. So they actually have value as well in the that slot. So here we go. We're going to slot these out. So pack number 2 also does not have a card that we are going to get any money, or doesn't have a Ragavan. I don't know where I'm going with this thought. Geez, Kevin is always 2 steps ahead when I'm recording videos of what I'm thinking about and what I'm saying. So we have no Ren in this one, and then we have the Invasion of Gabakon there for that, and we get a Quendi, Pride of Emerith, and then just a token and a land. So the land slot can actually be a full art land, or it can actually be one of those multicolored lands, dual lands, whatever you want to call them. So no Ren in this one. We've got the Phyrexian Gargantuan, and then we have the Archpriest of Shadows. This was a really cool card in the pre-release, a really good limited card, but I don't think it sees any constructed play. And we have Emoti, the Celebrant of Bounty, and see, look at that. We got to even get an Urbrask, the Hidden, which these are the full art. I can't remember what the foiling process they saw. So you can actually get multiple of these in a pack. And I think this is the one where the Ragavan's worth pretty decent in here is from these type of foilings. So get another land too. So we got good old Urbrask, which is the old school one that used to have a ton of value until I believe it was double printed in this, and it had another recent reprint like a commander deck or a master set or something that killed the price of it. So let's get on to see if we can find any more Rens. No Rens here. And again, I apologize for the commons. There's 2 commons that are worth over $1, but I can't remember which ones they are. We have the Invasion of Eldraine, and we have Yargle and Multani. Yargle and Multani for that slot, and a Barl, Chief of Compliance. So do we actually, oh, that was the wrong slot. So this is the set slot, and then we have Barl, which used to be a really good card too, as far as like value. These used to be like, what, $4 a piece? I'm not sure what they're at right now, but they used to have a lot of demand for commander. Like they go into so many commander decks for this sucker. So our first pre-release kit is definitely going to be worth more than $6. I can already tell you that from the Urbrask, as well as just the, like, there's a lot of value in here that's just hidden in those type of slots. We have the Invasion. We got Sunfall. Sunfall actually, I believe, does have some value. It's one of the better rares. And we have the Vatic, the Keeper, and a completed Huntmaster. And I'm going to sneeze here. Apologize. I have been out in a walk. Excuse me. And I'm not going to even try to edit that out for people's enjoyment of me sneezing. All right. At least I warned everyone. So for this kit number 1 with 6 packs does not have a Ragavan in it. But the value of pack number 1 is definitely, if I ever get an editor, we'll have to do some edited videos of seeing what we're at as a running total here on somewhere on the video. And it'd be fun just to show, how much we spend. And I think that actually is showing like now there's some opportunities for these type of products, like $100 for a pre-release case. At that point, it's starting to look attractive. But then again, it starts to flood the market more because there's going to be people like me. They're going to crack these suckers. So I was looking at TCG Player. These are currently going for $17. So I mean, even right there, it does cost about $7 to ship them, though. Yeah. So I mean, you're breaking even get at the distributor at that price. So the first pack here is we have a Invasion of Alara. Was that Alara that I had? Invasion of, nope. We had Invasion of Archivoius. So, again, I don't even remember this set this much. I remember I played in a pre-release, a couple of pre-releases, and we did a league. But again, I don't really remember much of the mechanics. And ask me any cards from Theros Beyond Death. Ask me any cards from Theros. Ask me any cards from Battle for Zendikar. Ask me any cards from Khans of Tarkir. I can name every card in the set, every stinking one of them. I can tell you stories about how there was a limited or a constructed format where I played that card. And again, yes, I played less Magic in general, but ask me anything about new sets, I know diddly squat about it. And it's because, just like everyone else, it's just too much product being released too soon. So now we have the Goro Goro and Satoru. I think this is the cheap one in that slot. And then we have the Invasion of Archivos in the foil, or the foil pre-release kit. So we get those suckers. Next up we have a failed conversion. So we only got one Ren in that, unless I wasn't looking too closely in the common slot. To be totally fair, I haven't been. Is it one of the invasions that's worth like over $1? I can't remember if it's this one or if it's another one. All right, so we get the Elish Norn, which I think is actually pretty cheap. It's like only like $3 or $4, but again, we've already come close to paying for our pre-release pack just from that Elish Norn. And then we have the Wrath in a Swamp here. So pack number 7 does not yield us a Ragavan. A Ragavan has yet to be found in this stuff. And we found some decent mythics, though, already. And hopefully we'll be coming in hot with the rest of these packs. And we have the... Is it the Kami the Whispered Hope that's actually the one that is worth money? I don't know. So you get a battle in every pack. Is that it? So you get that battle slot. The Knight Errant of Eos. This is actually a really cool card. It sees play in Pioneer. I'm not sure if it's worth anything, but it is a cool card. And we have Renata in this slot with a Dismal Backwater. I should actually put those aside too, since we're sorting here. So Renata is not a card that has been, sees any play here. So for the treasure token, are these double face too? No, they're not. Okay. I thought if we open them up that way, it'd be the... All right, so the Dread Recycler. There's some cool cards too. I mean, again, speaking of which, with Magic Gathering, I think they've knocked out of the park with Limited. I'm having a lot of fun playing Ixalan. I think there's a lot of cool combinations and synergies that you would never see in Commander or in any other constructed format like Standard that actually you see a lot in Limited, which is fun. We got an Agar and a Chomping Kavu and a land. So far, only one Ren, and man, there's Ren resolved. I'm like, only one Ren's resolved so far. There's another one in here. The Botanical Brawler, as well as the Invasion and a Zephyr Singer. And we do not... That's our first normal swamp that we found in here. We got the Zephyr Singer, which is a pirate that can actually go with pirates now. And the Igna Rune Eyes, which has been... yeah, not the greatest one for the Igna Rune Eyes. All right, so... let's go on. It would be a really fun thing to do for super cheap if I had locals that actually do anything but play boring-ass regular Commander, is like sell these pre-release kits and try to build Commander decks out of them, because you do get a bunch of legendary creatures. It'd be pretty easy to build one. We have the Invasion of Archivos again in here, and then another Urbrass the Hidden. So, unfortunately, we've hit 2 Mythics on red in the right slot, but the wrong cards. So, womp womp, we've hit the 2 Urbrasks. So... let's see. What? I have a little bulk right here. What's underneath here? A pen? There goes my piles. Hey, there's a pen underneath here. As I am not organized whatsoever in this. And these Dragon Shield mats are so curled. They don't even make them anymore. All right, so let's go on to the 12th pack for our Ragavan adventure. And maybe after these packs, I'll just I was going to say speed this up, but I don't know. I don't know what we want to do here. We have Ihitsugu and Kari. Hitsugu and Kari, as well as Rafi, the Stalwart. And there's Helad for that slot. So we have a rare. Now I'm all over the place here. So there's a rare, and there's our multiverse. And then you get the foil slot here. It's like a, what is this slot that's right here that they have? Because I've seen foils in it. I've seen some other stuff in it. But we have Helad, which is kind of a cool card too. Yeah. Got some value from it, so I don't know. Oh, we're so close. We get a Ragavan. Does that count? Does that count for the 12th pack, opening up a Ragavan? The wrong type of Ragavan. But 12 packs in, and we did not get a, well, technically we got a Ragavon, just the wrong one. So we'll go on to the 13th pack here. I wonder what the odds are of opening up a Ragavon, of how many packs it takes to get it, of exactly what this multiverse slot, because there's a lot of cards in that multiverse slot. And the thing is, we got 2 Urboros the Hiddens already. So, and then in this slot is going to be the Transcendent Message with Convoke and Drox cards here. With the is it an instant too? That's kind of cool card. And there's a Squee and Slimefoot, which I think is like $3. And there is another promo code for the people that want it. And again, I believe that previous kit made way above its money with some of the cards in it to hit that $7 mark that we have to hit. And then we go on to the rare slot. We have the Progenitor Exarch and the Lutri, the Spell Chaser, which is pretty crap because it doesn't see any playing Commander because it's banned in Commander. And it hasn't found a home anywhere else. And the Progenitor, yeah, we saw the Progenitor Exarch there. On to I believe this is number 14. The 14th pack. And I'm getting a mess everywhere. I'll have my, oh, there goes the dice. I'll have my maid clean it up. I wish I had a maid. That would be wonderful. Then we go to, we have Kogla and Yadaru. I mean, these cards are so fun to play. So fun to play, and I'm so surprised a bunch of these don't even see more play in Standard. It's just how hostile Standard is with, like, you know, strictly better cards right now that just have pushed everything else out. But a 7/7 for 6 mana that chooses one when it enters the battlefield. It can get haste and trample, fights a creature, and wow, it can either fight or haste it. Kogla and Yadaru does not see play, and that seems like a great curve topper with fighting. You know, removal spell at that point. It's a good little, yeah, this card's a cool little reanimation card too, because either you're jumping in for 7, and then you can discard it. You can discard from your hand to destroy an artifact enchantment. Oh, but then you have to shuffle it in your graveyard. But then draw a card for 4 mana. I don't know. That card just seems pretty good. Like these cards, I've been reading a bunch of these type of cards, and I'm thinking, man, if these existed back when I used to play competitive Magic, they would definitely see play. Because we were thinking like the Siege Rhinos used to be like the best cards. And anyway, kind of sad how the power level has just been so pushed. We have Realmbreaker and the Invasion Tree. Another Valduk, and then a Lithomancer, and we're getting a lot of these full arts. So we are getting a pile of cards. We have the Death Guard, as well as a Invasion of Tolvada. And I don't know if I've missed any of the Wrens. I'm going pretty quick here now. I don't think so. So Wrens are actually pretty rare. They've been in rare as an Ubrask. Rare as an Ubrask here. See how many Wrens Resolves we picked up. Okay, we have the Skittering Surveyor. Coming in hot. We know we're coming in hot. Got the Duskleader Duelist. Love this card. It's such a fun card to brew around. And then Thalia, which has been printed 5 billion times because it's been in precons like crazy too. And man, basic lands are actually super rare. I've noticed that's like our second one. We've opened a basic land. So, of just a normal basic land, not a full art. So full arts are much more common. In this one, another Transcendent Message. And Tetsuko that used to be worth like $1 or $2 before the reprint. And the Bloodfell Caves and a Spirit Token. Good old Spirit Token. This set's kind of cool, crazy too, if you're looking for specific tokens for cards, because there were so many reprints in this that it printed a lot of like even rarer tokens. So previous kit number 4. Previous kit number 4. And again, maybe I'll cut this video short after it gets too long and then tell you how many. Maybe I'll do a time-lapse video of how many packs it was to open a Ragavon. Because that's what we're looking for. And so I believe this would be like, what, pack number 13 after this? Because pack number, so we've done 3 kits, so this is pack number 19. So this one we have a Sea Double and the Goro Goro. So put those aside, and again, anyone can do that kit if they want to pause the video and redeem it on Arena, which I need to re-download again and start playing. Because I really, I got the specialty card back there that's kind of slipped ahead. We know something's coming up. And this was a fun league. Hey, we got Archangel Elspeth, who was one of the better cards out of the set. Archangel Elspeth and Freya. And then, an Omnos Locus of Awe. I can't remember if this was even worth money or not. But, of course, that does lead us to like, again, all of these packs have been profitable. I can already just tell all of them have been profitable at that $8 mark of how much we made just in singles. And I'm sure I've missed some uncommons that have been worth money. We have the Invasion of Karsus here as our battle. And Judith, that was a fun card back in the day. And then a Swamp. Judith the Scourge Diva was definitely a cool card. All these tokens we get too. Jeez. We get, I mean, look at this card too. Even the like 2-for-1. These type of cards used to be really good. These saw play in standard whenever they printed them. So we are just spoiled with options now. We have the Jeru and Hazoret. It's a card that I definitely wanted to try to make it work, because if you have fewer cards in your hand, has Vigilance and Haste. Whenever it attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library, you'd exile legendary creature from the lane and put the rest on their bottom. Until you may pay that card without paying its mana cost. And so it's crazy with something like Emrakul, the old school Emrakuls, with Jeru and Hazoret. And yeah, because you're casting it too, because you can play it without paying its mana cost, which is casting or playing, so it's like a land. I wonder why they say play there. Oh, cast. It does say cast. Never mind. Because yeah, you can't. It's, oh yeah, because there could be legendary lands, huh? But it does say legendary creature card. So we have the Jeru and Hazoret, which is a really cool brew around card for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't fault people. Like, we actually need more brewers again back in standard, because I think it's wide open of what people can do. Because how can you fault a 5-mana 5/4 haste? You know, could have haste if you dump your hand. And in red white, it's pretty easy to do that. Dump your hand, and then you can have one less card in your hand, and then you can hit some major stuff, because it gets what, like 6 cards? Yeah, what a cool card. Dang, maybe I need to get back into Magic the Gathering and start brewing some content for it. We have the Rampaging Raptor, which is a dinosaur, which works with dinosaurs for this set. It's a 4/4 haster. You can pump it for 3 mana, and when it deals combat damage to opponent, it deals that much damage to start Planeswalker that player or battle. So cool little 4/4 haster in that. And then we have a Shauna. And this, I don't know, this one's been our worst pre-release pack so far. Well, we had the Omnath, right? Wasn't out from this one. Wonder what this one is. No Ragavan though. But still, per price, we're under. We still have some packs to go before Ragavan that we'd still break even by if we were just looking to either purchase a Ragavan or try to open a Ragavan. We have Vornaclex Voice of Hunger. This used to be a very expensive card before the reprints. With Vornaclex, used to be incredibly sought after. This was one of the most played green cards in Commander for quite some time, until we've been power crept to death. So we hit another mythic that people used to really love. I wonder how much is Vornaclex going for? That's crazy that it's under like $5. I didn't remember it in like the cards over $5. Invasion of Segovia, and Atreus, Oracle of Half-Truths, and a Forest. So, again, though, what is the running total for all of this card so far? That was our 4th pre-release kit that we've opened. Our 4th one that we've opened. We got some Slimefoot, some Gorogoros, some... I believe these are the 3 cards you can get out of them. And, I mean, look at the values. So that's like $28 for all of this so far. Let's grab another one and get that Ragavan. All right, and maybe we'll play a game. Maybe we'll do a comment in the comment section below, and I'll keep opening up pre-release kits, and maybe do a time-lapse video, and then people can guess how many packs it will take to get through Ragavan. And I guess, I don't know, if you're subscribed and got the bell notification, we'll play one of those dumb games. I will give the Ragavan to the person that guessed right. The first person in the comment section by time. And what are we at now? This is the 25th pack. So yeah, so maybe we'll do that for another video though. Maybe we'll just open up a few other packs and do that. So don't worry about commenting on this one. Maybe we'll do like something like that if people are interested. I don't know, maybe we should live stream this sort of stuff. Who knows? I don't know what I'm doing with my life. This is another Progenitor Exarch. And then we have a Jengatha, which sees a ton of play in Pioneer, usually just a sideboard card that people can cast when they're out of things. Okay. And again, this like takes boxes down to what, like $40 a booster box if you go this route. Crazy. Oh, the mighty have fallen. Magic, what have you done? What have you done? Seed of Fire, pretty fun card with Convoke for 8 mana, then it deals triple damage. And we got Yargle. And that's our 3rd basic land, man. Basic lands are super rare. They do come in the bundles, I believe, though. So that's another thing that is, it's not just March Machine pre-release kits, it's like everything is still really saturated on the market. You can get set boosters for cheap, you can get draft boosters for $80, but of course I would not go that route because this pre-release is much better. And we have Rona, and we have an Arent and Giada, Human Angel. You may look at the top card of your library in time and cast spells with flash from the top of your library. Oh, that's cool. So if you give all your cards flash, you can cast everything from the top of your library except for lands. So then you pair it with stuff that can scry or get lands off the top, and you can just keep casting stuff. See, that's what I really like about how they've especially this set. It just has so many brew around cards, which is crazy. We have a flitting gorilla, not a flirting gorilla. It'd be cool, a lot cooler if it's a flirting gorilla. It is a fairy, though. Look at that. It works with all the... So I like about this set, too, it added so many different types that you have to go back to these new sets. Even like, oh, they added fairies in Eldraine. And you added pirates and dinosaurs in this one. We got Zerda, which sometimes he's playing like Pioneer decks and other decks. Okay. Next up we have I not seen any Wrens? Man, maybe that's for like $2 because they're actually like super rare to get. Another Transcendent Message. It's like our 4th one, I think. And we have Finn the Fangbearer, which again, used to see a lot of play in various things and was going up in value until, of course, they inevitably reprint a card that was, you know, younger than a couple years old and crashed the value of it. And here we go with our 32nd pack. What are we up to now? I don't even know at this point. We get a Chrome Host Seed Shark. This used to have a lot of play when it first came out. I think it still does in like control decks. People play it like crazy. And another Legacy. And then we get to Elemental and a foil. And we'll do one quick other pre-release. And I think I have some board gamers here that want to play some board games. So I'm going to have to go play some games with people because Kevin is the designated +1 here at the store, and I did tell them I would play a game with them. So we'll get this last pre-release kit on the way, and maybe we will do a video, just video for fun of, I guess in this video. Maybe we'll do another video. So in this video, yes, if you're still here, in the comment sections, put a number of what you think of how many packs it will take for us to, and I believe this is, how many are we at here? I guess I can count the promos of how many pre-release packs. So you'll have to start with a number higher than this if we don't get it in this pack. So there's our Slimefoot and Squee. This one actually is the one we're looking for that does have money. So this is a showcase foil. So I believe this is kind of a little bit more pricey. And we have Hitsugu and Kari, which is also a really cool brew around card. And there's the code. So how many pre-release packs was this? We can count by how many of these suckers there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is our 6. So past 36. So name a number beyond 36. And then the person that gets it right, I will send the Ragavan. If we do find a Ragavan. So I don't know if I'll inevitably open these up until line 1. We're going to have so much March Machines in the store. Someone come and open up an online card store here for me for all the crap I open it for videos. Oh man, I'd love to find a person that just wants to list cards. Oh my gosh, look at all these Transcendent Messages. Look at that. And we have a Jura Master Revu, which is actually a really cool card too. And there's our first foil. I haven't seen any of these foils yet, so those are a little bit more rare. But you do get a lot. Look at all these full art lands we get too, which again, they have like a quarter of real world value of stuff. So it's, you can't go wrong at $1.16. There's no way. This is where you guys should be putting your money. This is exactly what, I mean, it sends a message to Wizards of the Coast too, that you know, they've really killed the value of their products to where you should only be purchasing stuff for insane discounts. That's what all we would do. We have Glissa Herald of Predation, and Umori the Collector. This was a cool card to brew around too because it can name any permanent type and make them cost less. And we get a Spirit token. Zach is going to hate me for opening up all this stuff because he's the one that usually sorts cards. Look at all this cards that's coming here. Next up we have still no Wrens. I don't think Wrens exist. That's why they're expensive. And Into the Fire, which is actually a really cool card too because it can wheel your hand. And typically wheels used to be worth money. And we got Valdic as the keeper in here. And next up we have a beautiful Overgrown Pest. Well, that's a fun card to actually play with in the pre-release. I remember playing it in a lot of decks here. And, man, I'd play Limited all day long. I guess we get Into the Fire and Into the Fire again. So, and then we have a SRAM, which actually sees a lot of Pioneer and Modern play in various decks. We got the SRAM Senior Edificer in that showcase printing, which used to be cool until Wizards of the Coast decided to make everything special. And when you make everything special, nothing is special. Kapow. We have Shatter the Source. That's a misprint here. Look, it's got a little bit of a line thing there. Zach used to really love these. I don't know if people can see that. Shatter. And yeah, none of the Rens. I'm going to go through these commons to see if I missed any, but we've opened up like 2. The very first pack had one, and then maybe they're a lot more rare than we think. We have Vanquish the Weak, and we haven't seen a lot of these either. These pure just advertisement cards. Most have been tokens. It's crazy. Maybe those suckers are super rare. Then our last pack, and then we'll do the other video, which will be more of a time lapse, and I'll just, rifle through packs quickly, and maybe do like kind of a profit or loss type thing. And then I do have another patient who wants me to do a full box opening of this, but man, that might take too long. We got Squee the Immortal and Zurgu and Ojatu. Jati is a mythic. And then another basic land, which again have been pretty rare in the scope of these suckers. So there you have it. There is the previous packs that I did open. Look at that too. We got one of, I was going to say one of every color, but it looks like we're missing the white one. Unless that's the one that was on the ground. Nope, I guess I get it counted by how many I opened up with the dice here. So yeah, if you're in the market for dice, I think I'll sell these suckers for like a quarter a piece. Who knows? Because I'm getting overloaded with these dice as well. So anyway, I got to clean this mess up and go and see who's at my shop right now. And yeah, I think it'd be a fun little video. And again, maybe these type of videos will do better on the Rogue Market, because I actually want to start analyzing prices of stuff that now we can get in for such cheap. There's Dominion United Collector's Boosters. And maybe I should just do sponsors for it, like people that actually want to, because I don't want all this product as a problem. I'd rather just like open stuff and send it to people that want cheap cards than try to then play the secondary market myself so much. Again, it would be awesome if I find a business-oriented person in this area that just wants to run a TCG store all day long and just sort cards and sell cards. I'll do videos all day long if that's the case for content for opening crap. But yeah, you cannot go wrong. There's no way that you can go wrong for $1.16 a pack when you get just like, and the thing too, like sometimes like tokens can be worth like 5-10 cents on buy lists. Like, and especially this set, I wonder if there's like some super rare like tokens in here that that people are looking for, because everything's got a price. That's the thing. It's like I was actually quite surprised about those Jumpstart, like the Jumpstart. What are they called? The names of the decks that you get in them, like Toxic or whatever. Those can actually be worth money too. So there's a lot of that stuff that there's buyers for everything in this. Everyone's chasing the Sheoldreds and the Ragavons, but there might be like very few buyers that are chasing a lot of this stuff that just gets thrown away. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and again, I think it'll make for some fun. Give me some ideas for some content we can do. So we can have fun with this crap. Like, that's the whole thing. If we're gonna get Magic the Gathering booster packs for $1, I mean, at that point, geez, it's just fun content just to crack, and like, I guess we can just all play the fiddle while Rome burns as Magic the Gathering has just destroyed their IP. They've destroyed the value of their products, and we're gonna see more of this because they are loaded. Like, this is Mars Machines. Just wait for Eldraine and Ixalan that have just completely saturated, and Ravnica Remastered, all that kind of stuff that have just flooded the market so horribly bad. We're going to see even more deals. We're going to see $100 on all this type of crap. We're going to see everything start being blown out when we start getting into the lull. So I'm calling it summer 2024 is where we're going to see the massive, like, okay, got to clean warehouses, got to clean. And then I think that'll be when Wizards of the Coast just is forced to start tightening her belt. And then, in my opinion, I think we're going to get back to a good market. I am actually very, very bullish on that Wizards of the Coast is going to be forced to make the right decision, that Pokemon is going to be forced to make the right decision. And eventually, too, we'll see another boom in the collectibles market and trading card market, I think. And I'm still very, very positive about Lorcana bringing new players into Magic when they realize that Lorcana is just kind of boring. I mean, it's an okay game, but it just doesn't have the depth that Magic does. Or at least, like, why can't they play both? So if it does bring in new players like that, or just people that have quit, they'll come back to Magic. Everyone does. You all do. You all return. All roads lead to Rome. when it comes to trading card games. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. This has been Kevin with Gonro Games. Thanks for watching.